Hi, this is Kelly at Low Valley Farms. I'm coming to you, I believe it's April 7th, maybe. Uh, it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon, which is amazing. We had a really bad hailstorm earlier. We had like marble-sized hail. I was worried about my onions and carrots, but they seem to have survived it okay. Um, so this is part 2 of our introductory video, getting to know us, telling you a little bit about who we are and what we're about and what our goals are. This one's just about me, just things to know about me. Some of it you really don't need to know, but just to know me a little bit better. And okay, we'll get started. All right, first, I am 8 years older than Jeremy. I'm 54. I will be 55 this year, 2021. That's my poor sickly dog sneezing in the background. Yeah, I'm 54, almost 55. That just seems impossible to me. I don't feel that old. I don't. I guess the whole 50's the new 40, whatever, is true because I actually feel more like I'm in my 30s. So I guess age really is just a number. But yeah, I'm 8 years older than Jeremy. I am not from Arkansas. Jeremy is. I am from Texas. I was born in Beaumont, and I was raised in East Texas in a little town pretty close to Palestine. And that's where I grew up. And I did not move to Arkansas until I was with Jeremy. And whenever we decided to get a house together and whatnot, then that's when I moved to Arkansas, and that was in 2004. We got together in 2003, but we moved in together more or less in 2004. Actually, we had already been living together, which I'll get to in a minute. But which brings me to number 3. I am a retired truck driver. Most people don't believe that, and a lot of them would never guess that about me when they see me in person. I'm almost 4'11", and but yeah, I'm a retired truck driver, and that is actually how Jeremy and I met. We both worked for the same company. We were both laid over at the same terminal at the same time for over, a 24-hour period. And we probably spent that entire 24-hour doing nothing but talking. Just talk. In the driver's lounge, sitting outside of the picnic tables, outside the driver's lounge, just talking and getting to know each other. And then we talked on the phone for a few weeks after that, and then we decided we would run teams together, and that's where we actually moved in together, because we were in the same truck. And we ran teams together until I started having some health issues, and I needed to come off the road in 2004, and that's when we got a house. And he went to work for a different company where he would be home on weekends then too, and yeah, we've been going strong since 2003, April of 2003. So our anniversary is later this month. Our wedding anniversary is April 29th. We met in April, about mid-April. And let's see, 2003 to 21, how many years is that? Let me do some math, hang on. That's not right. We've been married 16 years, and we've been together for 18. Alrighty, let's see. After I came off the road, I became a writer. I've always had a flair for writing, I guess. Not nonfiction. I like to write, not fiction. Alright, you two, stop it. I like to write nonfiction. I like to do research and learn things and write about it. And so how I made money for our household after I came off the road was I became a ghostwriter. I did a lot of web content for a lot of people and became a ghostwriter. Daisy, go sit. Go sit. She's not trained at all. Go sit. Go sit. Go. Anyway, so yeah, I made quite a bit of money writing, actually. I did very well at it. And eventually, I guess I'd say I'm semi-retired from that. These Great Pyrenees, they love to just put their big old paw on you. And she's got some sharp nails. We're going to get them nails cut this weekend when Jeremy gets home. We are. Okay, let's see. We have 2 children. They're biologically my children from previous marriages, and but Jeremy views them as his kids, even though they're grown. They're in their 30s, and I have one grandson who is about 13, and yeah, they're grown and gone. One lives about 40 miles or so from here, and one's over in Oklahoma. And my grandson's down in Texas. Number 6, I love crafts. I love all kinds of crafts. I love to sew. I love to quilt. I love to knit. I'm not very good at it, but I love to crochet. I love to do Tunisian crochet, needlepoint, cross stitch, wood burning. I'm learning woodworking. I mean, I just love crafts. It makes me happy. I'm musical. In another lifetime, I've worn lots of hats in my 54 years. But in another lifetime, I played mandolin and bass guitar and flute and piccolo and saxophone, and even a little tuba, a little bit of piano, not much, not good at that, and sang. A lot. I used to make money doing that. I was in a band, and we played 5 nights a week, and that's what I did for a living, I guess, after me and my first husband split up for a lot of years. That's how I made money. Okay, I'm addicted to learning. I love to learn. Gosh, I read everything. Someone asks a question I don't know an answer to. I'm Googling, I'm learning. I'm like, I have to find out about that. I'll see something, I'm like, I need to know more about that. I just am addicted to learning. I don't know how I survived without Google and the internet. I mean, yes, I can recall spending many hours in the library, you know, that's where you went to learn things, you know, in the library. But man, how do we live without the internet? You know, yeah, I love to learn. If it's there to learn, I'm gonna learn it. You may not believe this about me. I'm very shy. I am shy to the point that a lot of people, when they meet me for the first time, they think I'm stuck up. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I'm the least stuck up person I know. But I am pretty shy. It's hard to believe because I play music, I sang in front of strangers, you know. But oh my gosh, it was my daddy who got me. You gotta quit scratching me, baby. It was my daddy who got me out of that. He made me get up there on the bandstand starting when I was 13 years old. And before that, I was so shy that if you even looked at me, I could bust out crying. I was so shy. Painfully. I guess you hear that word, painfully shy. I can understand that word because that's what it is. It's a shy that's so strong, it hurts in the pit of your stomach. It's painfully shy. I'm outgrowing it, I think, a little bit. Okay. I'm like the calmest one. That's number 10 on my list. I am calm. In an emergency, I'm the calm one. I have it together. I take control. I know exactly what to do or can think of what to do, you know. Jeremy Lowe, he's got a little bit of a temper. Not a violent temper, nothing like that, but up on the hill here, we were putting in rabbit cages when we first got our rabbits, and we grow rocks out here. We live on a mountain, so we grow rocks. And he was trying to put in a T-post, and he was just a hammering, and he hit rock. And it had been going all day long with him hitting rocks, and he was sick of it. And he took that post hole digger, I tell you what, and he's 6 foot tall, and he's very strong. He picked it up and he slammed it down on top of that T-post and let go of it. And that thing come back up and hit him square on his head, busted his head open, knocked him literally senseless. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone who's literally been stunned like that. He couldn't talk, he couldn't focus, he was conscious, he wasn't passed out. It didn't even knock him down, he was still standing up, but he was real woozy. And yeah, so his mama freaked out. He had taken off his shirt earlier and laid it up on top of one of the cages, and I grabbed it and I pushed him kind of down, or pulled him down, rather, I'm 4'11", pulled him down like to sitting and had that putting pressure on top of his head. And got him to where he could talk and answer me and, make sense. I was making sure he was making sense, he could tell me what day it was and who I was and who he was and what was going on and what had happened. He could tell me all that. So, okay. I said, well, we gotta look and see, if there's blood. I mean, we gotta see how bad this is. He said, okay. I moved that thing and blood was just running, and I covered it back up. I held it. I said, yeah, we gotta go to the hospital now. And his mom was just, she just didn't know what to do. And I was like, I told him later, I said, she is not good in an emergency, so she's gonna panic. Just, everyone could just count on her panicking, because that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna panic. Anyway, so got him in the truck, got him to the hospital. I drove, got it all said and done. When we got home, I had to go lay in my bed and cry, because it was just, I couldn't let all that fear out while I was busy being in control, And, I'm always like that, though. I'm going to fall apart after the fact. After everything's said and done and everything's okay, that's when Kelley falls apart. But before that, I'm like the calmest one. Alrighty, where are we at? Despite being so calm, I'm impatient. I'm so impatient. When me and Jeremy drove together, I couldn't stand waiting. I wanted to be going. I was ready to roll all the time, ready to roll. Couldn't stand sitting, couldn't stand waiting, still can't stand waiting. I hate it. I'm just not patient. I'm just a little bit, not as bad as I used to be, OCD. I need like the pictures on my wall to be straight, because it will drive me crazy if they are not. I need everything to have a place and things to be in their places, usually, or that will drive me crazy. As I said, since we moved out here, since we've been remodeling our house and making improvements to our land and this, that, and the other, that has changed. Now, I'm getting used to the clutter, which may be a bad thing. I'm getting used to the mess, which again may be a really bad thing. But before all that, I was OCD. I wonder if I will be again. I miss OCD Kelley. Yeah, I do. Okay. All right, where we at? I had open heart surgery in 2018, June. Late June 2018. I had open heart surgery. I had aortic stenosis, and they cut me from, Still have the scar. I don't know if you can see it. It's here, and then it goes all the way down, to the bottom of my breastbone. And that's put back together with the titanium. And I had a lot of complications from that surgery. They had problems getting my blood pressure to stop falling. I was having some insulin problems after the surgery. They couldn't give me pain medicine because of my blood pressure. So I woke up feeling like someone was just stabbing me in the chest with the hottest dagger you can imagine. And, but it took a while. It took a long while to heal from that. And again, I'm impatient, so you can imagine how crazy it drove me to have to just sit there like a bump on a log, watching everything going on around me, which was never going around, fast enough, and I couldn't do anything to make it go faster. That was a hard time in my life. That was probably one of the hardest times in my life. And the scariest. I put that surgery off for 7 years. They told me I had that aortic stenosis 7 years before that. And I put it off and put it off. I asked the doctor, I said, well, what's going to happen if I don't have this surgery? He said, well, eventually you're going to start, getting real dizzy and passing out. I put that surgery off until I was almost to that point where I was getting real dizzy. I never passed out, but there were a few times I thought I might, and I thought, okay, now it's time. Now it's time to have the surgery. So I had the surgery, it was just 3 years ago, yeah. Seems like so much longer ago now, but yeah, 3 years ago. Let's see, I have been married 4 times. The first time I married, I won't say any names. The first time I married, I was young, I was 17. Nobody should get married at 17, I'm just saying, but I did. And naturally, it didn't last, didn't work. I got married again at 19. Well, I was grown by 19. It didn't work. That one wasn't through sowing his wild oats, let's just put it that way. And the third one, I was married for 12 years, and then I won't say what happened with that one because that involves other people that may not want their business aired. So I'm just going to say it ended, and he is now dead. He died a few years ago, I think. I never spoke to him again when we split up. So I found out from a mutual acquaintance that he had died. I guess they felt like I needed to know. He died of ALS. I'm not a mean person, not usually, but I will say that sometimes you reap what you sow, and I hear ALS is a really horrible death. And again, I'm not a mean person. Please don't think that about me. But I do believe in being honest, and I honestly can't think of a better death for that man. But anyway, moving on along. Jeremy's my 4th husband, and he's awesome. Jeremy's awesome. He's my final husband. Anyway, I can get on people's nerves. Bet you didn't know that, huh? Yeah, I kind of get bubbly and excited, and my thoughts run so fast in my head and come flying out my mouth at the same speed, and I guess I can get nerve-wracking. I try to realize whenever I'm getting on people's nerves and stop it. I try to. I don't always succeed. People are scared of me. It's like, and I don't know why. I'm 4'11". What am I going to do to you? What am I going to do to you? Beat you up? I guess. I don't know what it is. But it's like, well, I didn't want to make you mad. They don't want to make me mad or upset me. I don't know what they think it is I'm going to do. I'm going to be mad or I'm going to be upset. I might yell. Probably not. I hardly ever raise my voice. But people are scared of me for some reason. I just do not understand. Once they get to know me, they're scared of me. I don't know why. And I wish it wasn't like that because I'm really not scary. I hate being the boss. I hate it. People will be out here and the guys will, be working on my greenhouse or my garden or whatever, and a decision comes up and everybody turns around and looks at me. And I'm like, what's everybody looking at me for? And Jeremy said, well, it's up to you. How do you want it? How do you want it? And I realized Jeremy's just trying to make me happy because Jeremy is not scared of me. Trust me, he is not scared of me. And, yeah, I don't like being boss. I'd rather not be boss. I'd rather be the follower, not the leader. Because I might lead you right over a cliff. So, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. I'll quit bashing myself now. All right, I'm a picky eater. That's number 18 on my list. I am a picky eater. I'm what is known as a flexitarian, which means that I eat meat occasionally. I have nothing against eating meat. I'm good with people who eat meat. I'm even better with people who butcher their own meat. Okay? I am all about meat. Eating meat is good. I just don't have a personal taste for a lot of meat. It's not real tasty to me always. Certain dishes are. I love my chili with beef. I love sausage. That's about it. that's pretty much it. But for instance, we have a neighbor that has pigs down there, and they just had little piglets, and we're gonna have them raise a pig for us that I never have to see, because I can't meet the pig that I'm gonna eat, because then I won't be able to eat it. I just wouldn't be able to. So I have a lot of respect for people who can butcher their own animals and eat them. I am not one of those people. I just cannot do it. I don't know how they do it, but I cannot do it. I cannot. It's like they have that ability that I don't have. They have that something in them that says I can love this animal and take care of this animal and treat this animal like a pet, or not, and then whenever it comes time to kill and eat this animal, I'm perfectly willing to do that. This girl can't. Okay, I can't. So they're going to raise a pig for us and get it to the butcher, and we'll let the butcher know what cuts we want, how we want it butchered. But other than that, I can't meet the pig. Just can't do it. Our hens will never be butchered and eaten. They'll live out their lives here. They'll die of old age or something, not because I killed them. Same with my rabbits. My rabbits are not meat rabbits. They're fiber rabbits. My sheep will be fiber sheep. They're not for eating either. The only reason I don't get a milk cow is because I know that, in order to have milk, you have to have a baby. Or I've had a baby, and that requires bull, which, you can have a calf without owning a bull, obviously. But we would have to sell the calf. And I just know we'd be selling it to someone who's going to eat the poor little thing, and I couldn't do it. And then next thing you know, I got 50 cows out here that I ain't willing to have butchered. So, yeah, I can't have a cow. Nope, can't do it. I don't like fish. I can't stand the smell of it. But I love to go fishing. Can't stand the smell of it cooking. It makes me gag. So I live on vegetables. I eat dairy. And, yeah, I'm a flexitarian. Picky flexitarian. I am trying to move past my pickiness, though, in terms of the vegetables and stuff that I'll eat. I don't think I could. I guess if I was hungry, really, have gone without food hungry, I could eat, whatever was put in front of me to eat. But I have choices. I like my choices. Anyway, let's see. Squash is my favorite vegetable. Okay, however you want to cook it, I'll eat it. I love squash. I love all varieties of squash. But pizza, pepperoni pizza, that's my favorite food. That is my, can't do without it, can't resist it food. Pepperoni pizza. Yep. Number 20, last but not least. Jesus Christ is my Savior. That's absolutely for sure. Jesus Christ is my Savior. And Jeremy Lowe is my hero. And that's the way it's always going to be. That's the way it's been since I've known Jeremy, as far as him being my hero. He's always been my hero. And I know that there are people out there who are not Christians, aren't saved, or worship in a different way, and that's fine. I accept that. I don't like you any less for that. You do you, and I'll do me. But I will occasionally allude to God or Jesus in our videos, so just expect it, because that's probably going to happen. Probably with Jeremy Lowe too, although he often questions God's creation of flies. Anyway, next up will be Jeremy telling you a little bit about Jeremy, and hopefully he won't do it on such a windy day as this. Well, until next time, this is Kelley at Low Valley Farms, and I'll see y'all later.